The Gloucester County Educational Network presents Tri-County Conference Girls Basketball. Tonight, the season opens with an interdivision matchup as Deptford and GCIT match up at Rowan College of South Jersey. Hi everybody, I'm Mike Shute. Along with Rich Cooper, we're here to bring you this season opener between two teams that, Rich, are just 2.4 miles apart.
Should be a good matchup. They know each other. They all played with each other all year, so I think it's going to be a good matchup.
So we got Deptford comes in town. They're technically the visitors. Comes in town. They're in town. They didn't leave town, but they drove 2.5 miles to get here, and they're led in by Madison Eli, who was the top scorer for the squad last year.
She had a big year last year. Had a couple 30-point games. Looking for big things from her. Great leader, so I expect big things from her this year.
She'll handle the point as well, and you'll see the ball in her hands quite a bit tonight. Meanwhile, GCIT lost their top scorer from last year in Molinari, but they're going to bring in Brianna Gibson. She was number 2 last year in the squad.
Got a chance to watch her. She's a really slick guard, can really do a lot of things on the floor. Averaged 6 points a game last year, but they're going to expect more from her this year.
So we'll have GCIT matching up with Deptford here tonight in a big game that pits these two teams from within the same town. Also Toys for Tots night tonight. They're asking spectators to bring toys, so a real good, important game here in the community as well. We'll see the matchup coming up right after this. Welcome back to the Roadrunner Athletic Center for tonight's matchup between GCIT and Deptford. Let's go to GCIT AD Mike McAleer for the introductions. That was your Deptford starters. Number 2, Madison Eli. Number 3, Janelle Colon. Number 5, Dana Masad. Number 10, Tanaya King. And number 13, Aisha Bowman. We'll see the GCIT starters as they're ready to be announced right now. There's your starters for GCIT. Number 1, Brianna Gibson. Number 3, Ava Frattini. Number 11, Nina Ricci. Number 20, Ava Friel. Number 14, Maggie Dewar. Coach Rob Icavone for GCIT told me a little surprise tonight with the freshman starter, Maggie Dewar, playing out the off-guard spot.
Yeah, she had a good preseason. They're looking for big things from her. She's a tall girl, nice size, so looking for big things from her. It's very good to be a freshman starting.
Icavone in his 3rd season, a 14-28 career record. Liz Faulkner, the head coach for Deptford in her 5th season, 46-41. Our officials tonight, right in front of us, Carol Van Loo. She's joined by Tom McLaughlin. Carol with the basketball, ready to tip things off. Here is the season ready to get underway. Coach, this is certainly always an exciting time when you get to play an opening night. And a game like this here in front of a good crowd.
This should be a fun one. They get to play in front of a big crowd in a college gym. I expect a really good game, a real fun game. Both teams know each other, so it should be fun.
Oh, we got a little problem here before we start. Clock is running, that's the problem. 7:35 and counting. They're gonna have to reset that. We'll redo the jump. You'll have Aisha Bowman jumping it up with Ava Friel.
It's the opener for everybody.
Exactly. GCIT in white going right to left. Deptford in the black going left to right. Tania King with the ball. Driving, it's stolen quickly. Ava Fertini has got a little bit of room. Eli hustles back, left-handed layup, up and good.
That's a great move from them. Good steal, way to go down the court and finish.
GCIT on the board here to get things underway, leading it 2-0, 20 seconds in. GCIT shows man defense to start. Little screen and roll here. Top of the key to Eli. Fertini swings it to Eli. Baseline jumper, that's going to be short. Good rebound by GCIT. Dewar, the freshman, brings it down. Her first career rebound.
First of many. First of many.
Exactly.
Seems like she's very active.
Top of the key, Gibson. Back on the left wing now, Gibson. Back up top to Dewar. Back to Gibson as they play catch. Now Ricci outside the three-point line. They look inside. Ball knocked away, recovered though by GCIT, and they'll reset things.
Trying to crack this zone, trying to figure out the gaps.
2-3 shown right now by Deptford. Long three ball off the mark. Rebound though, strong by Ricci. Back to Gibson. Gibson thought about it, now pulls the trigger. That's good.
A lot of confidence in number one.
GCIT off to the 5-0 start. So Gibson, the returning starter, the unquestioned leader of this team, knocks down the three. And Deptford trying to get on the board. Ball loose. Deptford recovers. Dewar with the steal as the ball was tipped away. Trying to run the other way. Friel, layup is good and one.
Running with the finish through contact.
Ava Friel on the run. Good outlet pass. Dewar got the break started, and result, a bucket and one. We've got the personal. We'll have to double check who they called that on. A little traffic in there, couldn't see. But it's a great run for GCIT to get things started. 7 points in the first minute 49. Looking for 8. Free throw is up and good for Ava Friel. She's got 3 points. Had 67 points last year, averaging 4.2 per game for the Cheetahs. The career high 14 points last year. Came in a win against Salem Tech. Long three ball here off the mark. Another rebound for Friel.
Friel's very active on the boards and finishing through contact.
There you get a good look at Coach Rob Icavone on the bench. Calm so far. His team's up a strong 8-0 mark. Gibson again will let it fly. That one's off the mark, missing to the left. Rebound brought down by Dana Masad. Masad harassed as she gets across the timeline by Frattini. Long pass down the baseline. Deptford resets. Jumper off the mark. Rebound offensive by Deptford and one, no good. Shot no good. But Aisha Bowman, strong rebound. She will shoot 2.
Deptford seems like they got to settle down a little bit. That might help them settle in a little bit, getting fouled, getting to the line, maybe make 2. And get settled into the game.
We'll have Bowman shooting 2 here. Junior, center. The tallest player on the floor right now for either team. Missed the first. Bowman averaged about 4 rebounds. Looking to average, raise that rebounding average herself this season. Coming in, getting the chance to jump into the starting lineup. Makes the second, so 8-1 your score here in the first quarter. Friel again, coming down the right on the run. This time blocked by Bowman. Bowman showing what she can do with that size.
Strong take, but Bowman was there to block it. I think she settled into the game, trying to get the rest of Deptford to get settled in a little bit here.
Eli trying to reset things at the point for Deptford. Foul over the back. Brianna Gibson's going to get whistled.
Yeah, she jumped over the back, didn't get in front of the offensive player cutting in front of her.
So first foul for the Cheetahs. First on Gibson. Non-shooting, so it'll be a baseline inbounds for the Spartans. Deptford last year 12-11, 5-3 in the Tri-County Liberty. Shot no good. She thought she was fouled, but Bowman gets the offensive rebound. She indeed was fouled there, and she will shoot 2 more. Bowman's starting to assert herself on the glass, Coach.
Yeah, with that size, she's going to be a force this season.
She's going to get it.
Sometimes size isn't the only thing, though. She seems to be like be in the right spot at the right time and have a good touch on the ball around the rim.
No instinct for the ball. She knows where the ball is going to be coming off the rim, and she got a little touch at the foul line too.
So 3 fouls against GCIT now as they've picked up a couple with Bowman being active down below. Second is up and good as well. 3 for 4 for Bowman. She's got all 3 points.
Really good touch. Allows them to set up their press.
And this is strength for Deptford, I think, as it does create a turnover. Tamia Scott is checked in, number 30 for GCIT. She was injured in the first practice of the season, so she's still kind of working her way back. She might be a little bit limited in her minutes tonight, but a couple of fouls I think there on Friel forced her to come in a little sooner.
Yeah. Kind of force your hand a little bit.
You know the feeling, huh?
Yeah, when fouls happen.
Steal by Gibson. She'll pick it up against some traffic, looking for help. Now she's tripped up. No foul. Here comes Eli the other way. Dewar with the hustle to get back to break that up.
Great hustle. That's a great hustle by her. That's what coaches like to see.
Keeps the score at 8-3, and that's why you got a freshman in there starting, I guess,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly. That's the perfect reason.
Inbounds for Deptford. Bowman loses the handle, and now we've got a foul. It's going to go against Deptford, I think, this time. Bowman thought she was fouled, but actually the foul was called after as GCIT was trying to break out. Tom McLaughlin with the call there. And GCIT will inbound. Gives Deptford a chance to set up that press again.
Set up the press. That's what they like to do. Makes or miss or inbounds plays. They want to set up that press.
Eli and Cologne trying to create some havoc. Nice little pass to the middle of the floor, though. GCIT breaks it. Ricci with the layup. No good. Rebound, though, by GCIT. Dewar looking inside to a wide open Nina Ricci. That shot's no good. And Deptford corrals the rebound. Cologne brings it down, gets it to Eli, and Eli's going to slow things up.
I do like the way GCIT attacks the rim, though. They really go after the rim.
Mossad trying to get some help. The pass was deflected, brought down by Gibson, her second steal of the game. Now Dewar along the right side. Layup, she left it short, rebound, Bowman. And now we've got a whistle and a jump ball. It'll stay here, it looks like. The arrow is pointing to GCIT. So GCIT baseline inbound on their offensive end.
I really like Dewar. She's really going to the basket. I think it's going to benefit her down the line when she starts finishing those layups, but she's getting there.
Another sub checking in. Ava Vandergrift comes in for GCIT. Back to Gibson. They'll reset. GCIT has several players that can play the point, but Gibson's primarily her role. Bowman's going to get whistled for the foul there on the block. So we'll have 2 shots for Tamia Scott. As I mentioned,
sorry. I think GCIT decided to test height against height, bringing in Scott to go up against Bowman. So I really like that. I really like that strategy by the coach, because Bowman has been really dominant down here. So I think you had to change it up a little bit.
Scott's second, also no good. Bowman with the rebound, and she's harassed again, but clears the board, and they'll give it to Eli to bring it up. Madison Eli running the point for Deptford. 15.6 points per game last year. Nothing yet so far. She missed that long one. Rebound for Ritchie. This left side to Dewar. Back to Ritchie. GCIT in no hurry with the lead. Wants to set it up. Vandergrift in the left corner looking for Scott inside. They can't get it to her. Now we've got a whistle. 3 seconds going to go against Scott.
Scott was calling for the ball. They just couldn't get it to her.
Scott, 73 points last year in 22 games played. Was the number 3 scorer for the Cheetahs last year. Averaged 3.3 per game. Eli with a little pace this time. She's going against Sophia Molinari, just checking in. Shot no good, rebound loose. Deptford gets it, but then travel. It's going to be Samaje Strong, called for the travel, but again, it gives Deptford the opportunity to set up the press.
Set up their press.
And a steal. Eli, good look. And the bucket for Kayla Jenkins, the junior, pulls Deptford within 3, 8-5. Another turnover, almost. Let's see, oh, dive for it. Deptford recovers, looking inside for Bowman. Stop, pop. That shot is off the mark, though. Ritchie with the rebound. Gonna give it to Molinari. Sophia Molinari will bring it up. She's another one that can handle the point guard duties. They've got a couple of good ball handlers, according to Coach Eichelbaum. Inside now to Scott. 3 for Gibson, that's off the mark. Scott brings down the rebound, but she traveled. Carol Van Loo underneath all over that.
That was good ball movement by GCIT.
Yeah.
Got a good shot out of it, just missed it.
There's Liz Faulkner, a 1,000 point, 1,000 rebound player in her time at Kingsway High School.
Yes.
Played for Karen Picard over there back then.
Very accomplished coach. Very accomplished coach.
Assistant Tony Barchuk over there as well. Some legendary Kingsway names. Jump ball, I believe, was the call. And we're going to have Deptford on the possession arrow. They'll take it underneath.
This pressure has really allowed Deptford to stay in this game when GCIT got out to an 8-0 lead. So
Coach Faulkner said she plans to mix it up tonight. You'll see some zone, you'll see some man, you'll see that 1-2-1-1 pressure she likes to use. Ball knocked away, recovered, it's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say turnover, GCIT basketball. Deptford, though, perhaps with his best offensive weapon tonight has been their pressure.
The pressure, yes, sir.
Eli at the point of that pressure. She gets the steal, taking it away. But they recover and a travel. Leanne Riddick comes in there, and she's going to be called for the travel. Number 5 for GCIT checking in. Coach Eichelbaum trying to get a lot of players in early, trying to get them some touches on the ball. At least that was what he told me yesterday when we talked about tonight's matchup.
Just trying to figure out what'll work, who will work, in what situation, I think.
Got another jump ball, and possession arrow should be going the other way. It should be GCIT ball. To me, Scott was tied up by Trinity Balasadis. Just checking into the game, number 14 for Deptford. So a lot of players getting on the court for both teams here in the early going. 8-5 GCIT lead. Scott with it. Cross-court pass. Vandergrift on the run. She leaves the layup short. Rebound is tied up yet again. We'll have another jump ball, and it'll be Deptford basketball. 52 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1.
It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep up this pace, Deptford, with this pressure for the whole game. But they are throwing a lot of people in, like you said. So
it's gotten things a little bit helter-skelter at this point, don't you think, Coach? Here's Eli breaking down against the man defense, and a foul's going to go underneath on the drive. Ava Vandergrift will get the call. Will be whistled for the foul. Non-shooting yet. That's the 4th team foul against GCIT, the home team here on the scoreboard at Rowan College of South Jersey, the Gloucester campus. Coming to you from the Roadrunner Athletic Center. Baseline drive, no good, but Eli will shoot 2. Madison Eli to shoot 2 here, the sophomore. Again, 15.6 points per game last year for Deptford. Also, 121 steals last year, 5.3 per game.
I can see that. She's very aggressive in the front of their press.
Right.
I can see her starting to score. It's just not falling right now, but it will eventually. But you can see why she's one of their top players.
So Eli 0 for 1 at the line. She'll have another coming her way. That is up, and that is also no good. Rebound, though, offensive by Deptford. That's short. Samaje Strong can't quite get it to drop. And GCIT a little sloppy with it, but Scott in the right place at the right time. Gets it to Vandergrift, back to Scott, and we're going to have a travel. Flip a coin. They could have called it on either one.
Either one of them.
Coach Faulkner happy with the defense so far from her team. Taking a quick look at the clipboard there. Drawing something up for this last 20 seconds. Eli Goes one-on-one here against Molinari. GCIT in man defense. Kayla Jenkins, number 12, loses the handle. Tamia Scott is going to be fouled, though. She tried to take off up the floor. That'll be the 4th team foul against Deptford. So GCIT to inbound right in front of us. Brianna Gibson pulling the trigger. Looking for Molinari, gets it to her on the run. Left-hand dribble. And a travel. She did not come to that jump stop. Tough one.
I think it's these first game jitters. Both teams, a lot of travels right now. I think they just have to settle in. Just have to settle in.
5.2 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. Eli looking for some help. Trying to get it to her. They do. She stops, pops off the glass, and actually swish right on in at the buzzer. And that could be something to get her going, Coach.
That's the way to finish a quarter. I think that will get her going. She's been getting good looks, just hasn't had him fall yet. But
so after 1, it's Gloucester County Institute of Technology 8, Deptford 7. We will come back with quarter number 2 after this. You're watching the Gloucester County Educational Network. Mike Shute along with Rich Cooper, the head women's basketball coach here at Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester campus. And Coach, so in that first quarter, Deptford got off to a little bit of a slow start, but their defense got them right back in it.
yeah, they got down 8-0, but then they started putting that press on. I think you can put the press on when you can score, and they were getting fouled. That's when you can put that press on. They were causing turnovers. Once they did that, they settled into the game, and I thought GCIT did a good job of when they did breaking it, of going to the basket. So it was very entertaining first quarter.
You got the Deptford with their top scorer, Madison Eli, getting a shot there at the buzzer. How can that set her off on the right path the rest of the way?
Anytime you can see the ball go through the hoop, it'll set you in the right mind frame. Okay, every shot's not missing. I can start making some shots, so I think she's good now. She's settled in, and they're going back to their zone right now.
Deptford looks like in a 1-2-2, maybe a 3-2 extended. We'll see. Maggie Dewar back in there, joined by Leanne Riddick. Inside to Dewar at the high post. Swings it to Riddick right side. Riddick got tripped up. They're going to call it travel, though. Tough break for Riddick as she was trying to drive the baseline. So Coach Faulkner said that she'll do all kinds of defenses. She'll go 3-2, she'll go 2-3. She's got a matchup zone that they play, kind of a la John Chaney and Temple back in the day. So she's not afraid to switch it up.
Yeah, I talked to her and she said, whatever works for us, we're going to do, but we got to find out what works for us. So she's trying everything right now.
Ball loose, scooped up by Eli out near half court, avoiding the backcourt violation. Eli guarded by Nina Ritchie. Ritchie, one of 3 captains for GCIT. Riddick slaps the ball away. Good work by her defensively. Ritchie scoops it up, and GCIT's back in business. Coach Icavone looking on. Looking inside, down in the low post. Shot missed, rebound brought down. And good work by Savannah Shute, trying to match up with Bowman down there underneath. So a little size versus size.
He just keeps throwing size out there. When with Scott now, he's going with Shute. So I like what he did, the adjustment. He's trying to get the ball inside the first 2 possessions of the quarter, maybe get some foul trouble on them. Definitely trying to get Bowman out of the game.
Shoots first, no good. She'll have a second. By the way, no relation, Savannah Shute. It's the first time I've ever called a game with somebody with my name, same name, but but she's a 6-footer, and she's really developed, and Coach Icavone expects her to see quality minutes as the year goes on. Second, no good as well. Bowman had the rebound, lost it. Gibson with it underneath, misses once and twice. GCIT will retain the rebound, though. Molinari tracked it down. Of course, Molinari, older sister Grace, was the team leader in points, rebounds, assists, steals, 3-point field goals, free throws made. She did it all for them last year, did Grace. Graduated. Gibson in the low post, kicks it back out, back to Gibson. That's knocked away. Eli will get credit for knocking that away. Trying to look inside, but hustling again. This time it looked like it was Gibson getting back there to knock it away.
That was great hustle. That's what you need from any player. Any player, if you run the floor, that's how you get on the floor, by just playing defense and hustling.
GCIT in a little bit of a drought here. They haven't scored in a while. They got off to that 8-0 run. Deptford answered 7-0 run.
I think this pressure is getting to them. I think they have to settle, the guard has to settle in and get them set up in something.
Deptford on the inbounds. Eli with it. She'll reset. Again, guarded by Molinari. Molinari, a little bit of a size advantage on Eli. And we've got a whistle, foul in the post. Look like it's going to go against 40 White. That's shoot, her first. And we'll have, that'll be the 6th. Actually, it's going the other way, it looks like, in the post. So it's going to be Bowman, 13 for Deptford. She's going to get her 2nd. That's a big foul.
I think he called her on the screen, a moving screen.
GCIT trying to break that pressure. Molinari with it. Oh, good athleticism there. It's going to go out of bounds, though. Tania King knocked it away. They call her T, coach. She's a transfer, came from Philadelphia.
Yeah, coach told me about her before the game. Likes her athleticism, just wants her to learn their system.
Yeah, that's been a little bit of the slow point here, just trying to learn to gel into the system as she's the transfer. Another turnover, though, forced by the Deptford press.
This is what's holding GCIT back. They haven't figured out the press yet.
And, you know, overall, for Coach Icavone, he told me it's an inexperienced group. They got a lot of hard workers. He really could play a lot of players on this team, a lot of players all at the same level. So trying to find that right person. A little shake and bake move in the paint, but then a turnover for Deptford as Autumn Daniels got into the paint, but lost it. Ava Frattini back in, number 3, also on the floor. 40 Savannah, shoot 20. Ava Friel for GCIT. Maggie Dewar out there, number 14, as well as Nina Ricci. We got another jump ball. This time it's going to be a turnover. It'll be Deptford basketball.
I thought Friel was very active in the beginning when she was in the game, so hopefully she can get them back. Number 20 was really active. I just thought she was going after it early on in the game.
That's a turnover, so it's going to be Deptford ball. They're still adjusting. GCIT thought it was their ball, but the arrow clearly pointing Deptford's way. So another turnover forced by that pressure, coach. Samaje Strong with it in the corner. Now Eli getting into the paint. She loves to drive. Foul on 40. She went for the pump fake. Good work by Dana Mossad to create the foul. And that should be 7th. We should have 1-and-1 here for Mossad.
Coach is doing the same motion that every coach does to a big. Keep your hands up and just stay straight up.
Actually, just the 6th foul, my mistake. That's 6 apiece here. So each team will be in the bonus the rest of the way here in this first half. Mossad back out to King. King, a junior. Long 3 is good. Right in the face of the big there. 40 for GCIT. Shoot took that one, and King knocked it down. Dewar to shoot. Baseline drive, left-hand layup off the mark for Frattini. Samaje Strong is strong with the rebound.
This defense is really giving GCIT trouble now.
The 3 by Deptford, their first lead of the night at 10-8. Here's King, she's harassed, fouled. Now we'll have 1-and-1 as King will shoot here. Tania King, they call her T. Playing the number 4 spot primarily, but she can also swing into a guard position, according to Coach Faulkner. And as I mentioned, new to Deptford this year. We've got a timeout on the floor. I think Coach Icavone called a 30 here to try and settle the troops. Again, it's been a while since they've scored, Coach, and at 10-8, they held an 8-0 lead, and they haven't scored in probably, I would say, a solid 8 minutes.
It's just this pressure. They haven't figured it out yet. Deptford's doing a good job of making them make decisions on the run. And when you make a team make decisions on the run, that's when they get fragile. So I like GCI's team. I like the athleticism. I think they have to just relax and settle in and don't have to take the first quick shot. You know, I did. You were talking about the 3 down here that was shot by King, and that she's a 4. It's funny because they're all like the same height.
Right.
So I can see when you said 4, I'm thinking, okay, I can see why she's the 4, because they're all the same height.
Yeah.
But she does a lot of things that you need the 4 to do. She can shoot the 3, she drives the basket. I really like that shot she just hit on the run there. So,
and she's shown some good athleticism defensively in the press. It seems like she's been kind of in the middle of things of late.
Yes.
So Deptford on a 10-0 run after GCIT started on an 8-0 run. So This has the makings of one that's going to go down to the wire here.
It's going to be a game of runs, I think.
Yeah. So about midway through quarter number 2, Deptford leading 10-8. Coach Icavone with the timeout there, as Deptford will shoot 1-1 here. It'll be King shooting 1-1. So on the floor joining King, you've got Eli, you've got Autumn Daniels, you've got Janelle Cologne. Pardon me, that's Dana Mossad over there, and Samaje Strong. King knocks down the first. She will have a second. 4 points for King. Second one on the way. That's short. Gibson corrals it. Here's Dewar, guarded by Eli. Two good young players right there. Shoot. Gibson, 3. No good. Great offensive rebound. GCIT will keep it. Good look inside. King knocked it away. They're going to say she's out of bounds, I believe. And it'll be GCIT ball on the baseline. Van Loo hands to Gibson. Gibson to trigger the inbound. Ricci, I should say. I keep making that mistake, I apologize. Back to Ricci now, top of the key, they'll reset. Deptford showing zone here again. 2-3 now. Dewar, Ricci, Gibson as they play catch with it around the perimeter. Dewar looking inside. That's going to go off King last, and it will remain GCIT basketball. Great crowd here as the stands continue to fill up. Pass inside. Friel kicks it out. 3, no good. Rebound loose, brought down by Ricci. Trying to get it back to Ricci on the baseline. Last touched by her, though, and it'll go out of bounds. Deptford ball.
Not a bad offensive possession. A lot of good looks. Just couldn't knock it down.
GCIT still without a bucket since midway through quarter number 1. Deptford riding an 11-0 run since then. Samaje Strong trying to drive. Eli now top of the key, harassed by Ricci. Here comes King into the paint. On the drive, she's fouled. It's on the floor, but we'll have King shooting 1-1 yet again.
Very aggressive kid. Very aggressive kid.
Yeah, I think Coach Faulkner's got to be happy with what she's seen from the newer player today. You don't know how they're going, how a new player will react to, in game number 1. You've seen them play maybe preseason games, right, Coach, and then some practice, but the real things are the real thing.
Yeah, especially coming in new to your system. You have no idea what you're getting. But she's showing out real well.
King missed the first. Gibson with the rebound. GCIT in no particular hurry. They want to set it up. Here's Dewar, harassed by Daniels. Now Eli all over Scott. So they're kind of extending the zone, it seems like. Looks like maybe going to that matchup. Scott again lost it. Dewar muscles her way to the ball, recovers it. Cross-court pass, knocked away by Strong, but Ritchie's there to get it. Dewar finds an open player underneath. One extra pass, too many there, and it's another turnover for GCIT. Here's King on the baseline. That shot's going to be off the mark. Dewar with the rebound. Gives it up to Ritchie, and GCIT wants to just slow it up now. Gibson. Over to Scott, now on the right side. Ritchie looking for some help. Dewar drives the baseline, or at least cuts to the baseline. She's open, kicks it out wide. Long 3 is off the mark. Gibson couldn't knock it down. And then we're going to get a timeout. Deptford calls timeout. It's going to be a 30 for the Spartans. So Coach Faulkner taking a moment to talk things over. Coach, what do you think the mindset is here? What did she see? What do you think she saw that wanted to slow things down?
GCIT did a good job of spreading them out in their zone. Like you said, it was a matchup zone. and they're giving up the high post. I think she wants to talk about tightening up a little bit, too many open shots. So in GCIT, on the flip side, should try to get the ball in that open area, in that high post area. So I think she just wants to kind of tighten up the defense. It's getting spread out a little bit too much.
So a back and forth affair. It was GCIT all over Deptford to start this one, leading 8-0. Deptford now on an 11-0 run since, as we creep towards halftime. 2:34 left to go. I'm Mike Shute, joined by Coach Rich Cooper from Rowan College, South Jersey, the women's head coach here. Coach, I understand there's been a lot of activity here in the gym besides Rowan College. Tell us about some of the high school teams that have been playing here.
Well, yesterday we had our opening night, and we had Woodbury play Haddon Township here. So Woodbury's been using our gym this year as their home gym. So that was a fun game to watch last night. Woodbury came out on top, but it was a fun game to be a part of. So that started the season last night.
GCIT now showing a little pressure, Coach, and it looks like maybe some man pressure from them.
I think it's a good move by Coach. Try to change it up a little bit.
Real good as he forced a turnover. Deptford couldn't even get it in. 5-second violation. So maybe a little momentum swing here for the Cheetahs as they will inbound underneath their own basket. Pass deflected. It will remain GCIT basketball underneath. It'll be on the other side of the hoop here, as you see Nina Ritchie to inbound. Referee Tom McLaughlin handed her the ball. Oh, good cut by Dewar. Couldn't get the layup to fall. Rebound, kick back out to Ritchie. That shot can't go. And now a foul underneath. Dewar's going to be whistled for the block. We'll get King shooting 1-1 yet again.
Sometimes when you're struggling to score, it feels like there's a lid on the basket. They just need to see something fall. I think that's why he went to the pressure, try to get something easy to the basket to get this thing moving a little bit, because they've been on 8 for a long time.
GCIT pressure paid off there, just couldn't get the shot to fall. And now Deptford the other way. We'll have Tania King shooting 2. Sub into the game for GCIT. Ava Vandergrift checks out. Tamia Scott back in, number 30. King, first one is good. She'll have another. So it's a 12-0 Deptford run to put the score at 12-8.
All started from their defense.
Once Deptford went to the full court pressure, it certainly changed the complexion of this one. King's second is good as well, and it is a 13-0 run for Deptford, 13-8 edge, and Deptford with that 1-2-1-1 pressure yet again. Here's Gibson. Gibson and Dewar play catch with it. Now they look for Ritchie. Ritchie has a player underneath. The layup is no good. She's going to say she traveled first, though. Tough break for Ava Frattini, but the right call. Everything was good but the finish. We've got to finish, that's all. And now GCIT back to the pressure. Here they get an opportunity to set up. They're going man pressure. Samaje Strong takes the inbound pass from Eli. Now Eli with some speed. We saw her slow it up before when GCIT was playing back, Coach. Now she sees the pressure and she's taken off. It's funny, I think that's how she plays, is quicker. But you're right, she was slowing it down earlier, so maybe Coach told her, change it up a little bit. And maybe the situation dictates it too, as Eli will go to the line for one. Actually, it'll be 2 shots here, 10th team foul against GCIT. She makes the first. 3 points tonight for Eli. Again, averaged 15.6 per game last season. One of the players to watch in the South Jersey Times. Deptford won 5 of their last 6 to end the season last year. Trying to keep that momentum going as they now lead it 15-8, a 15-0 run as Eli makes 2. Dewar finds Scott. Scott pounds the dribble into the paint. Ritchie's shot no good. Scott with the offensive rebound. Again, can't get it to fall. Dewar now will kick it back out to Frattini. She almost lost it. Now Gibson has it, and they're going to reset. Coach Faulkner loving the defensive effort from her Spartans. Inside, look, and they're going to get a push in the back. Foul's going to go against Deptford's. Looks like it went against McKenna Crowley, number 23, just checking in. Should be 1-1 here for GCIT, and it is. We'll have Ava Frattini shooting 1-1.
This may help them get off the snide a little bit. Hit a foul shot, see something go through the hoop. They just need something to go through the hoop.
Yeah, it's been a solid 9 minutes since they've scored at least. Actually, probably more than that. No dice, though. Lid remains on the basket. Scott gets the offensive rebound. She can't get it to fall. Dewar's shot is blocked. And great work by King to get the block and the save. And here comes Deptford with some speed, but a travel on the fast break opportunity. Crowley traveled after the pass from Cologne, but now it gives Deptford a chance to set up
that press.
Pressure. Ritchie, Gibson, and Gibson just kind of threw it up into no man's land. She thought, I think, Scott was going to go to the spot. She did not. And the Deptford pressure pays off yet again.
It's something we're going to talk about at halftime, I'm sure, is how to beat this press.
15-0 run for Deptford, and they have the ball here with 1:20 left to play here in quarter number 2. Samaje Strong tries to drive. We're going to get an offensive foul, though. It's going to go against 23 Crowley for Deptford there, setting the screen a little while moving.
Yeah, she was moving a little bit.
Rob Icavone trying to direct some traffic. Gibson to Dewar. Now baseline to Scott. She'll drive. She takes it strong. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul, though, against Tamia Scott. Tough break for Scott.
Tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, aggressive move just got called for putting her shoulder down.
So she's got 2 now. Not a shooting situation there. Now a steal. Ritchie with the steal. They try to go inside to Dewar. Deflected by Deptford, it looked like last. No, they're going to say it was touched by GCIT last. So it'll be Deptford ball underneath here with 1 minute left to go.
It looked like it was tipped to me.
Yeah. It might have hit 2 hands on the way through, Coach. I don't know. Eli with the dribble, trying to get through there. Gets it to Cologne. Cologne tried to feed inside. Now the ball pops back out. King double dribble. She dribbled, held it, went again, and then it's going to be another turnover. Lots of turnovers here in the last few minutes, both ways.
Might be fatigue hitting in a little bit.
Gibson to Dewar, back to Gibson. They've got a player, Frattini, open over here on this side. Instead, they go to the near side. King breaks it up, but she doesn't travel. She took it out of bounds with her. So it'll remain GCIT ball at midcourt. Gibson looking for some help. Dewar snags it and tight ropes the mid-court stripe. Dewar to Ritchie, back to Dewar. Now Gibson right side. Coach Faulkner beckoning for her team to put their hands up. Gibson for 3. She knocked down one of them early on. It's just been a frustrating second quarter for GCIT as Gibson's shot hits nothing. Samaje Strong will slow things up. She's got Frattini guarding her. 3 for Cologne, heavy off the glass. Plenty of time left to go. Ball goes out of bounds. Not sure if she thought maybe there was less time left or not. It seemed like she rushed that one.
It might have been a little quick. I think she thought the time was a little less than it was.
So, Coach, at the end of quarter number 1, Deptford got a bucket there, got some momentum. How big would a basket be here for GCIT heading into the locker room?
Oh, very big. Very big. They haven't seen the basket. Something go through the basket in a quarter and a half now.
And a travel before Ritchie made the pass. So now Deptford will have it with 18 seconds left to go. Janelle Cologne, a word for Tom McLaughlin. That was close to backcourt. Eli with it. Samaje Strong. GCIT in man defense. Here's King, guarded by Gibson. 8 seconds left. Now 6. King into the lane. Layup is good. And that will run the half down as the buzzer sounds. Deptford 17, GCIT 8. A 17-0 run for the Spartans, Coach.
That was a heck of a move at the end of the half. That's one of those where now GCIT has to go and regroup, but that's a tough one to regroup from.
King, an impressive first half for Deptford. GCIT, a great first quarter, but it's been all Deptford since. 17-8 Deptford here at the half. We'll step away and come back with second half action You're watching Tri-County Conference Basketball here on the Gloucester County Educational Network. Back here at the Roadrunner Athletic Center on the campus of Rowan College, South Jersey, Gloucester. Mike Shute, along with Rich Cooper, the head women's basketball coach here at RCSJ. Coach, an interesting first half, to say the least. GCIT runs out to an 8-0 lead about midway through the first quarter, and it looks like it's going to be all Roadrunners tonight. Pardon me, all Cheetahs tonight. Another quick animal. But Deptford had other thoughts.
It's a tale of two halves almost. Like the first half of the half, GCIT looked like they were going to run away with the game. And then that pressure came and Deptford just took over. So now hopefully after talking in the locker room, GCIT comes out and has the same start. But they finish it, that's all.
See what adjustments the Cheetahs made at halftime. Coach Rob Icavone trying to see what GCIT can do offensively to get back on the board. Long jumper there is no good off the heel of the rim. Bowman back in there with 3 fouls, is able to tip that and keep it alive. And here comes King. King 8 points in the first half to lead all scorers. And she's on the run. Soft touch, can't get it to fall. Bowman rebounds and good. So Bowman with 3 fouls, now with 5 points to start here, half number 2. And it's a 19-0 Deptford run. Just
like at the beginning of the game, she's making her presence felt.
We're gonna get a jump ball, the call, as Gibson was tied up as she dribbled across the timeline. Jump ball, it's going to be Deptford basketball as GCIT took it to start the half. So another turnover created by the pressure.
Pressure, we got to figure this pressure out.
Really impressive work for Deptford. They've done a great job defensively. Here's Eli getting past Dewar, leaves it on the baseline, jump shot is short, Gibson rebound. Mossad couldn't get that one to fall for Deptford. Leading 19-8. Good drive and a layup. Ava Friel, she's got 5. And it breaks a long, long drought for GCIT. They went probably a solid 15 minutes of game time without scoring. Now Mossad dribbling into the front court, and she is fouled from behind. We'll have to see the fouls on. Couple players with foul trouble in half number. It's going to be 14. Dewar picks up the foul. That's her second. First of half number 2 for either team. Dewar with 2 now. Ava Friel, number 20 for GCIT with 2. Ava Fertini with 2. A couple others with 1 for the Cheetahs. And we mentioned Bowman, 3 fouls. Here's Gibson with a steal, but King swipes it right back. Wow. I've been impressed with King's athleticism tonight. King to the hole, she is fouled. So King will shoot 2.
She's been a difference maker. Her athleticism has been a difference maker for Deptford. I do like Friel, the way she attacks the rim, though. They really need her to stay on the floor.
So we'll have King shooting 2 here. Didn't catch who the foul was on. Have to see if they can. They're not putting it up on the scoreboard tonight, so not sure exactly who the foul was on. But if it was on Friel, that's her 3rd. We'll see who Coach Icavone subs in. That might give us an idea as King misses the first. So Nina Ritchie comes in. She's going to take Brianna Gibson's place. If Gibson got the foul, that was only her 2nd, so maybe not to worry there. But perhaps it was on her. King missed the first. She had 8 in the first half. Doesn't hit anything there, so she continues with 8 points, leading all scorers.
Allows himself to press.
Bowman with 5 for Deptford. Eli with 4, Jenkins with 2. Good work to the middle there for Deptford. King broke it up again. Ball loose. Molinari grabs it, tries to get a streaking Friel, but led her just a little too far, and another turnover, Coach.
Just a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much. The right look. It was definitely the right look.
Just a little bit out of the reach of Friel, who was sprinting into that open space. GCIT showing the man pressure. They're going to loop it in high to Bowman. Bowman gets it to Mossad. Mossad trying to run down the right side, but she is pushed by Frattini. 3 white, that's going to be her third. Second team foul against GCIT.
Fouls are starting to mount up for GCIT. They have to be cognizant of that. They're going to try to get back in this game.
My fault, Rich. Actually, that's 3 fouls on GCIT already. Less than 2 minutes into quarter number 3. Shot off the window and good for Eli. She's starting to heat up, perhaps. She's got 6. That was a tough one.
Using the glass.
GCIT trying to go to the middle. King swipes it. Can't get the basket, but she will shoot 2 more. King has been a physical presence tonight.
Stealing the ball, attacking the rim. She's doing pretty much everything out there.
Really active. I think Coach Faulkner's got to be pleased with what she's seen from King. It's also, I think, Coach, a player like Eli, who was such a great scorer last year, and they're relying on her so much. Now she looks like, hey, I might have some supporting cast here.
It's always good to have a little support, especially when you were the whole thing last year. Now you have somebody else who can help you and take some of the burden off of you.
King 0 for 3 at the line here in half number 2. And Deptford, if they've had one weakness tonight, it's been at the line, Coach. They missed quite a few.
Keeping points out there on the floor. Got to knock down foul shots.
King couldn't get the second to drop either. Friel with the rebound.
This game stays close. That could be an issue in the fourth quarter.
Nina Ricci harassed by Eli. We already talked about Eli's tremendous ability to play defense, and she's going to be whistled for the foul there on the block as she kind of stepped in the path of Molinari, who was trying to get back around to the top. So that's 2 fouls on Maddie Eli. There was a good look at her, the sophomore. She was electric last year for Deptford. Another tough pass, and that leads to another tough pass that goes out of bounds and another turnover for GCIT.
This pressure is speeding them up, even though on the half court.
Eli trying to dribble through some traffic now. Couple of crossovers, and she's right into the paint. Leaves it down low. Shot blocked, though. Good defense for GCIT. Look like Maria Kirby in there, number 23, the senior. So Coach Eichelvoen trying to find anybody that can make something happen here. Kirby with the flash to the middle there to break the pressure. Gets it to Ritchie. Ritchie for Dewar, and Dewar is fouled. That's going to go against Janelle Colon, her first. Second team foul for Deptford. So we've got 4 team fouls already for GCIT here in half number 2. We've got 2 already against Deptford. 4 GCIT, 2 Deptford. Not sure if I said that clearly the first time.
That's what happens sometimes when there's pressure. You end up reaching in and getting silly fouls.
Looking high post. Friel. Shot by Kirby off the mark. Rebound, though, by Molinari. Molinari corner to Dewar. Dewar into the low post, and another basket for Ava Friel. She's been outstanding for GCIT. She's got 7 and a good look.
That's what we talked about, cutting to the high post and then diving down. She did a great job of that.
Here's Eli with speed around the corner. Ooh, poked away nicely by Molinari, who's all over her, and then she's going to get whistled for the foul. Tough luck for Molinari. She defended it well, but then got a little lazy and reached.
Just a little handsy with the reaching in. Got to use your body, move your feet, and you'll be fine.
That's part of the issue, though, right? You're working so hard. You take that little break and just try and reach in, right? So Molinari will pick up her second. She will have a seat. Sub comes in. Brianna Gibson's back. I believe she has 2 as well. 5th team foul against GCIT. They try and go inside. King keeps it alive, keeps hustling. Friel now will try and scoop it up, get on the run. Deptford, though, has 3 players back. Friel says, I'll take it on all of you. She's got 9. 6 here in the second half, all 6 of GCIT's second half.
Friel decided she wanted to take over the game.
Eli trying to do the same. She drives, she can't get it. Rebound brought down by Bowman. She is fouled. So Bowman will shoot 2. Foul's going to be against, I believe, they're going to get 23, Maria Kirby for that one. So her first. 6th team foul already, Coach, for
Before
GCIT.
the foul, Friel got back in there, had a nice shot block there, so she's trying to take over this game. But we have to stop with the fouls. There's way too many fouls so far in the first 4 minutes of the half. The foul shooting is going to keep GCIT in it and gives them more confidence every time you miss.
So Bowman with 5 points. Looking to try and add. She cannot. And GCIT will go the other way.
Maybe some foul shooting in practice tomorrow.
On the line, right, Coach?
On the line.
Eli harassing Nina Ritchie, but Eli's going to get whistled for the foul, and she's quickly got 3 now, Coach.
And they need her on the floor. She's the point guard. She's the one that brings up the ball and sets up the offense. They need her to stay on the floor.
And Coach Faulkner, she just gave her the 3 and then told her no more. But she knows the significance that Maddie Eli has for her team. She's going to try and ride her out here and see if she can lighten up. Dewar tried to feed inside, looking for Kirby in there. We're going to kick it back out to Ritchie. Ritchie to Dewar. Now Gibson in the corner. Oh, good look inside. Kirby can't get the shot to fall, but that's the pass. And then the ball is tied up as Ritchie kept hustling. And we're going to see if it looks like they're going to call a foul on Ritchie. Yes, they do. So that's going to be the 7th team foul on GCIT. And we should be 1-1 here now. Yeah, it's 1-1. That's not an offensive foul, but it's an offensive rebounding foul. That's different. That gets you the 1-1.
They're doing a better job of cutting to the basket. We talked about in the first half just how wide open it was in the middle of the zone. They do a better job of cutting in there, and they're getting opportunities.
Believe it or not, first foul on Ritchie from what I have statistically. To me, Scott's going to check back in, taking the place of Maria Kirby. Kirby brought a little bit of energy to the team there, Coach.
Yes. She was a little energizer out there.
Bowman at the line. She's got 5 points. Missed her last 2. She makes this one, though, on the front end of the 1-1. So 6 for Bowman. Eli with 6. King with 8. Second up and good as well for Aisha Bowman. She's got 7 now. And a balanced attack for Deptford. Deptford with the 1-2-2. Looking long, pass is thrown over the head of Friel, out of bounds. And Friel just told Gibson, I'm not that tall.
Not that tall, not that tall.
And they laughed. And that's what it's all about right there. 23-14, Deptford edge. Oh, great steal by Friel. What hustle. She's been all over the place here in the second half. Top of the key. Ritchie spins away from traffic. Dewar inside. Scott is blocked by Bowman in the battle of the bigs. Rebound, no good. Ritchie couldn't get it to fall. Then Bowman hits the deck. They help her up. We'll see who the foul's on. I think it's going against GCIT. We're going to have 1-1 for Bowman here.
They called it on Scott, I believe.
So 30, Scott with the foul. That's just her second. 8th of the second half here for GCIT. And Bowman will try and add to this Deptford lead. Up by 9 here. They can get up by as many as 11 if she knocks them both down. First on the way. Shooters roll, and it's good.
Thank you.
I've got Bowman 6 for 9 at the line tonight. 8 points. Next one. Line drive, no good, but an offensive rebound by Samaje Strong. Ball goes out of bounds. And who are they giving it to? They're going to say it's off the leg of Strong as Coach Faulkner calls out for the press. So turnover for Deptford there. They got a great break, got the offensive rebound, but couldn't convert. Deptford up 10, 24-14. Dewar looking for Ritchie. Ritchie to Scott, to Friel. Friel's shot is blocked by Bowman. Deptford has it, knocked out of bounds by GCIT. It'll be Deptford ball.
That was a great recovery by Bowman. That was a great recovery.
Real tough to do with 3 fouls, too. She's got to be thinking about that in the back of her mind. Deptford looking long. They get it to Bowman. Bowman is crashed into by Scott. And we'll have Bowman shooting 1-1 yet again.
Real tough decision. She's playing real well, but she's got 3 fouls. Do you give her a little rest now? Do you ride it out? Coach got a big decision here to make.
This will be Bowman's 11th free throw of the night. 1-1. 10-point advantage for Deptford. Missed it. Gibson with the rebound. GCIT certainly not out of this game. They've got to start knocking down some shots. Deptford, on the other hand, has played great defense and really changed the complexion of this game after the first 4 minutes of quarter number 1. Travel against Ritchie. GCIT ball yet again. Frattini will come back in, taking the place of Tamias Scott. I've got Scott with 2 fouls, Friel with 2 fouls, Dewar with 2, Molinari with 2, Frattini with 3, Gibson with 2, and Ritchie with 1, Savannah Shute with 2, Maria Kirby with 1. Lots of fouls on this GCIT roster tonight. Strong has it swiped from behind. And are they going to call a foul, or is it off Dewar? They're going to say Dewar slapped it out of bounds. It will remain Deptford basketball. Again, GCIT showing that man pressure. They get it to Eli with speed across the timeline to Strong. Strong will bring it to the middle of the floor and reset the offense. Cologne on the right in front of the Deptford bench. Get it back to Eli. Dewar defends. An ill-advised pass stolen away by Frattini. Frattini tried to get it to Dewar, but there's Eli with another steal, and then a foul out at midcourt, slowing things down. We'll have Eli will shoot 2 here. I believe that's the 10th foul in the second half against GCIT. It's going to be a free throw shooting contest for the next 10 minutes and 30 seconds of game time. So the foul against Ritchie, that's going to be her second. And Eli shooting 2 here. First one cannot drop. Use the whole rim.
I will say, though, that GCIT is doing a better job of breaking the press. Now he's got to find a way to put the ball in the basket, but they're doing a very good job of breaking the press in the second half.
Eli's second is good. She's got 7. And it's an 11-point Deptford advantage. Friel, nice to Frattini in the paint. Blocked again by Bowman, who just kept both hands up and got in the way.
That's what we teach bigs to do. Just keep your hands up and make them take a tough shot.
10 team fouls for GCIT, just 3 for Deptford here in half number 2 so far. As we are 6 minutes into quarter number 3. Strong traveled with it. She knew where she wanted to go, just kind of had to get the ball with her and took that extra step.
A little indecision in what she was supposed to do in the offense, I think.
So on the floor for GCIT, you got Ricci, Dewar, Gibson. You got Frattini and Friel. A turnover against GCIT. They're going to call double dribble, it looked like, against Gibson. The odd part was the referee at the far end of the court saw it, but didn't quite get snagged by Carol Van Loo. That's going to be backcourt. And Eli knew it. She was trying not to touch it. Just a pass thrown a little too soon before Eli could get into the front court. So another turnover for Deptford. And GCIT with the basketball, trying to cut back into this lead. It's been a 25-6 run for Deptford. Here's Gibson from the corner. That's too heavy. Great position for Dewar. She gets the offensive rebound and will shoot 2. Maggie Dewar got a handful of rebounds tonight in her varsity debut as a freshman. Coach Eichelon really liking what he's seen from her in the early going here of the season.
Dewar and Friel real active inside. It's one of those games where the shot's not falling, but I think it will as the season goes on with the 2 of them, the way they're active, going after the ball and going after rebounds.
So shooting 2 is Dewar. First one a little heavy.
We've all been there when the ball don't go in the hole. We've all been there.
And certainly as a freshman, getting her first chance to score, that's got to be in the back of your mind there too when you're at the line in this situation. You're like, hey, wait a second, this is my first chance to score. She does.
Definitely.
Point number 1 for Maggie Dewar in her varsity career as a freshman. 25-15, another 10-point advantage, or the advantage is cut down to 10, but another foul here for GCIT. I think that was going to be Dewar whistled for the foul. So trying to fill up a couple stat columns. She's got 3 fouls now. And it'll be 1 and 1. It'll be 2 shots for Eli. It'll be 2 shots the rest of the way for Deptford for the remaining 9 minutes and 40 seconds of this one. Eli's first, no good. Deptford has not done itself any favors at the line. They certainly could be up probably by at least another 5 points easily if they could knock down a few more free throws. Eli's second is good. So Maddie Eli now with 8. Tying for the team lead. All 3 of their scores, Bowman, King, Eli, all with 8. Here's a steal. Eli swipes it to the hole, leaves the layup short, and GCIT brings it down. Friel wants the ball. She's got her hand up, begging for it. Ritchie gets by King. Gibson open top of the key. Now a corner jumper. That's no good. Spills out. Friel with active feet again gets to the rebound. Pass inside, and GCIT will restart it. Friel is tied up. Almost a foul, no call. In the corner now. Oh, an elbow thrown over there underneath as Frattini tried to clear some space. That shot is off the mark by Ritchie. Bowman brings it down. She's tied up. Jump ball is the call as Ritchie got in there to tie things up and does smartly as a GCIT basketball.
I love the activity. Just find a way to put the ball in the basket, but I love the activity by GCIT. Learning how to break this defense a little bit.
A little inbound setup here on the baseline. Gibson with it, top of the key. 3-pointer is blocked partially by Eli, but there's the rebound for Ritchie. Out to Gibson for 3. That doesn't drop. Friel battles for it. Bring it down, though, is Cologne. Cologne travels. Just enough little pressure from Frattini created that bit of indecision.
Just showing that you're there to make her think that you're there.
46.4 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3. And it's been a 26-7 GCIT run since midway through quarter number 1. Gibson with it. She's harassed up high. Ritchie back up top. Frattini. Swing it all the way around, and Gibson can't hold to the pass from Friel. And now GCIT will show man pressure yet again. 32 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3. Eli loops it in to Bowman. Bowman back to Eli across the timeline with speed into the paint. Leaves it on the baseline. Long ball, no good for King. But the only one chasing after the rebound is Eli with the speed. 17 seconds left to go, and Coach Faulkner says, slow it up, let's get the last shot. Faulkner to Cologne, and Cologne is tied up. Jump ball's the call. It'll be a turnover to GCIT. So good active hands there by Ava Frattini to tie it up. And now Faulkner sends her Spartans back to defend their half of the floor. She doesn't want to give up an easy shot. Gibson inside the half-court line. Frattini with it now, top of the key. Ritchie, are they going to get a shot off? They are not. I think they kind of lost track of the time there, and Deptford defended it well also. And Deptford extends its lead, 26-15 now, as the Spartans are up 11 here as we go to quarter number 4. We'll come back with the conclusion of this one right here on the Gloucester County Educational Network. Back here at the Roadrunner Athletic Center on the campus of Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester campus. I'm here with Rich Cooper. I'm Mike Shute. By the way, Rich, of course, the women's coach here at Rowan College of South Jersey. And Coach, if you're Coach Icavone here, you've got to be happy with what you've seen here in this third quarter. By the way, your team's been breaking the pressure. It's just a matter of getting some shots to drop, right?
Yeah, the effort's there. Whatever you said to them at halftime, they took it to heart, and they're coming out playing, breaking the press. The issues are not the turnovers right now on this side. It's just getting the ball to fall down here. We're shooting right into 13's hands. We got to find a way, maybe give her a little pump fake, go to the basket, keep going to the basket. But she's got 3 fouls, so we got to keep being aggressive with her. But I do like the way they're breaking the press. The effort is great. I love what their bigs are doing, getting rebounds. So all that is good stuff, and that's something to build off for the rest of the season.
Coach Faulkner on the other side. Coach, if you're her right now, what are you feeling? What are you telling your team?
Not to take their foot off the gas. This game is not over. You know, they went through a streak where they didn't score and you didn't score. So you got to just keep your foot on the gas and keep playing.
Keep playing we will here as we start quarter number 4. 26-15 is the advantage for Deptford. Shot no good. King with the offensive rebound. That shot doesn't drop. Then Eli is fouled in the paint there. That one's going to go against Nina Ritchie, pardon me. That's her 3rd foul. And again, GCIT well over the limit. So it'll be 2 shots the rest of the way here for Deptford. Eli pounds the dribble. Gets the first to drop. Good shooter's roll there. 9 points for Eli as she threatens to be the first into double figures tonight for either team. Friel with 9 on the other side for GCIT. Can't get the second one to drop. Savannah Shoot with 2 fouls, gets that rebound and holds it high. Ritchie across the timeline, guarded by Eli. Here's Dewar. Vandergrift at the top. Now she's trying to get it in a high post to shoot. She comes out of the pile with it. Now the ball's loose, swipe for it, and Dewar ties up Eli just enough to get GCIT the ball back. 27-15 is the Deptford advantage. GCIT started this game on an 8-0 run, and they're going to need a similar one here to get things going in the second half. Dewar jumper, and she is fouled in the act, so she will shoot 2. And that's the 4th foul on Maddie Eli. So that's a big issue here for Coach Liz Faulkner. What's she going to do? Do you take Coach, this is your situation here. Do you take her out? What do you do?
That's a tough one because she's the one that handles her offense. I would let her play through it. If I knew my player, I would let her play through it. Can't get fouls like that, though. That was a silly foul on the jump shot. You never want to get a foul there. So maybe take her out for a few minutes, get a few minutes and try, because you're up 12. Try to get a few minutes with her on the bench.
Yeah. Sub at the table there. So Eli will take a seat with those 4 fouls and her 9 points. She's replaced by Autumn Daniels. Daniels was aggressive defensively. Dewar does not make the second free throw, but a lane violation against Deptford gives her another opportunity. So Dewar 1 for 3 at the line. A bunch of rebounds.
So as a coach, I'm looking at that at 7:22. We're up 12. See how it transpires with her on the bench.
Dewar knocks down the second. She's got 2. It's an 11-point game. 27-16. Deptford out front. GCIT scored half of its points in about the first 5 minutes of this game and has since struggled. Underneath, ball turned over by Deptford. They throw it out of bounds. So GCIT looking to cut into this lead some more. Again, Deptford with the 1-2-1-1 pressure. Oh, no. Backcourt violation is going to go against Ritchie as she stepped on the center court line after already dribbling across. So a turnover the other way. Tough screen set by Savannah Shoot there, number 40. Thought maybe they'd get her for the offensive foul. It didn't seem like she came to a stop.
Looked like she stuck the leg out a little bit too.
Under 7 left to go. Samaje Strong with a little crossover. Trying to get into the paint, now turns it over. Steal by Ritchie. Ritchie needs help. She picked up her dribble. And she gets it to Shoot. He gives it right back to her. And GCIT will go the other way. Trailing by 11. They got to play with a little bit of haste as they are down. Jumper, no good. Ritchie missed it. Shoot with the offensive rebound. Brings it up and scores. Savannah Shoot, her first bucket of the night. 27-18. They've cut it to under 10 for the first time in about 4.5 minutes.
It's like Coach went big. 2 bigs in the game.
Yeah.
See if that helps him out.
GCIT showing 2-3 zone here. Dewar almost got a piece of that. And the ball deflected, last touch by GCIT, so it will remain Deptford ball. Kayla Jenkins in there for Deptford, number 12. She's triggering the inbounds now. That's Autumn Daniels. Back to Jenkins, looking inside. Rachel Farr underneath the basket. And now the Errant pass out near midcourt. Dewar to the hoop. Right-hand layup. Can't get it to fall. Shoot on the offensive rebound. Can't get it. Grabs it again. Can't get it. And the rebound by Richie. Amazing bunch of missed shots for GCIT. Just unlucky. Inside to shoot. She's triple teamed. Ball is stripped away. Now a scrum. Jump ball the call. It'll be Deptford's.
When the ball doesn't go in the hoop, it doesn't go in the hoop. Is that twice it rolled out of the hoop.
This is your gym, Coach. What's going on?
I must have put a lid on it.
27-18 the score. You see the foul situation. GCIT's been well over the limit since midway through quarter number 3. Oh, a great steal by Scott. Scott will take it to the hoop. She gets the layup. She can't get it to fall, and Dewar tries to get the offensive rebound. That goes out of bounds.
So many right on point-blank layups just falling out.
Coach Icavone, hey, we're good. Take your time. I like the way he's been kind of trying to help these girls get through this. He's not panicking. He's trying to keep things under control.
He knows a lot of this is unlucky.
Timeout, Deptford. We're going to take a 30, and we'll talk things over here, Coach. And, I mentioned Coach Icavone over there. He could be, like me, trying to pull his hair out, but not having none to do. He and I both see the same barber. But, when you talk about the situation, like his calm has got to help his players, right?
Players look to you to see what kind of demeanor you have in these kind of situations. And he's showing that, I understand, you're going to the basket, you're unlucky. If he starts to panic, they're going to panic. So he's doing a good job of coaching right now. I think he's really showing them, I believe in you. And we're still good. We're fine. We're fine. First game, everything. We're fine.
And you see the back of their warm-up shirts there. We greater than me. That's been their kind of theme this year. The GCIT team had a dinner last night. The whole program went, so like 30 girls, 40 girls. Lots of food consumed and getting ready for the season. So it seems like they've got a program that's moving in the right direction.
He's trying to build something. You can tell he's trying to build something, not just a win today. It's about us as a program.
And I know Coach Faulkner, the same, trying to build things. Both coaches talked about the others program and, that they really like the way both teams operate. So a real good bit of admiration and respect for one another here in this season opener.
I like where both these teams are going. I do. They play with each other. They play for each other.
Here's King driving the baseline. Shot no good. Vandergrift gets the rebound and then gets mauled by a couple players. Flip a coin on who they're going to call the foul on that one, but I think they're going to get 21, Rachel Farr, for the reach-in. That'll be her first. Farr, a really good softball player, too, I understand, at Deptford. GCIT trailing by 9. Not out of it by any stretch. Here's Dewar, tiptoes through a couple of defenders. Vandergrift looking inside for shoot, backing her way down off the glass, no good. Gets the offensive rebound. Oh, as it's swiped by King. Great defensive play by King to get that block shot and then take it and try and take off with it. She's fouled, so she will shoot 2. They're going to get the foul on 22, Ava Vandergrift, her second. It's amazing that no one's fouled out at this point, honestly. Right? I mean,
it seems like they're spreading the fouls around.
Exactly. But there's just been so many. It's shocking that no one on GCIT, at least from my unofficial records, nobody has more than 3. They've got 3 players with 3. Here's King back to the line, where she had an excellent first half. Finally knocks down her first of the second half. 9 points for her. She's got 9. Eli has 9. Bowman with 8. And the bigs, Coach, they had the bigs in there, Shoot and Scott have done a great job there. And now they're going to go with maybe a little bit of a speed team here.
They gave them some energy. So now they want to try to speed up the game, trailing by 11, see if they can get this under 5 with a couple minutes left.
King, our first player in double figures tonight. She's got 10. Good look for Friel underneath. She scores and she's fouled. Friel has been nothing but a ball of energy in the second half.
That's great body control for her to finish an and-1 situation. Hopefully she can knock down the foul shot. Now you're only down 8.
She's got 11. And we're going to see who the foul is on. 30-second timeout looks like for GCIT. So Coach Eichelvone's certainly going to tell them, hey, we're going to set something up here defensively. I assume, right, Coach? I mean, that's what you're doing
here?
He's
thinking 2 plays ahead. So he's thinking, let me set up something so we can get into our defense, which is probably some type of pressure, especially with their point guard out of the game. This might be an opportunity, though, for Deptford to send their point guard back into the game. So.
Yeah, it looks like Eli's heading over towards the scorer's table now to check in. So she'll be back here with 4:32 left to go. She's got 4. Yeah, of all the players on the court, she's got 4 fouls. So, and Deptford was just 17 fouls here in the second half. So any fouls the rest of the way, both teams are shooting. You'll have Friel here is shooting 1. So she has 11. 8 here in the second half. She's kind of been a big reason why GCIT's gotten back into a lot of energy, a lot of speed, going to the basket strong. She had an and 1 in the first half that got that 8-0 run off and rolling for GCIT.
She's been in energy all game, so.
Just a junior. Missed that one. 2 Deptford players battle for the rebound. Bowman has it, but she traveled. Switch pivot feet there, and it's going to be GCIT ball underneath. Now, Coach, they can cut it to 7 with a basket here.
Players didn't talk to each other and ended up walking.
Pass comes into Gibson, stops, pops, she knocks it down. That's just a 2, 29-22. GCIT's got some energy here. Gibson will defend against Mossad. Mossad to Eli. They reach in on her. She just cruises through the traffic, leaves a little ball on the baseline for Bowman. Eli got the rebound, but GCIT swipes it away. We're going to have a good one here for the last 4 minutes. Dewar gets it to Ritchie. Gibson for 3. She can't get it to fall. Friel slaps at the rebound, but it's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Ritchie as she tried to save it, and it'll be Deptford basketball. Bowman is open here, out here near midcourt. Friel's going to stay with her. Eli will look for her. Bowman with the catch. Pump fake. Layup is good. Bowman with her second field goal of the night. She's got 10. And it's back to an 8-point Deptford advantage. 3:45 left to play. Dewar in the corner now. Vandergrift looking for Friel. Friel is tied up by Eli. Jump ball will remain to Gloucester GCIT.
Energy is picked up in the gym.
I'll say. And we've got another one yet to come as the boys of these 2 schools will meet up. Friel in the low post. Kicks it back out to Dewar. Dewar tried to go back inside, deflected by Eli. Dewar on the floor, scoops it up. Bowman picks it up, and now she is fouled. Pushed from behind. I think they're going to get Gibson for that one. Let's see who Carol Van Loo calls for the violation. Either way, it's going to be Bowman shooting 2. They're going to call it against 11 Ritchie, so that's her 4th. First GCIT player with 4 tonight. And Bowman will shoot 2 here. She just got that putback at the other end. She's got 10. So a third of Deptford's points stands at the line. First one is good. 11 for Bowman, the junior. Has done a great job tonight, defensively, offensively, and managed to work through that situation where she had 3 fouls.
Yeah, she had early fouls, and she's been able to fight through it. She's been the engine for Deptford.
Makes the second, so she's got 12, leads all scorers tonight. And GCIT down 10. Here's Ritchie to Dewar. Friel looking for the ball at the high post. They send it to Gibson, cutting through the low post. Dewar will track it down in front of midcourt. Oh, she tried to loop it into Vandergrift, but of course Friel's on the spot. Gibson's 3, no good. Friel, can she keep it inbound? She does. Wow, walk the tightrope in that corner. Great camera work there too. Here's Dewar at the top of the key. Now they get it inside to Friel. Friel tries to turn against Bowman, but Bowman too tall. Blocks it away, and we've got a whistle underneath. I think Gibson's going to get called for the foul this time, and I believe that's her 3rd. You'll have 21 White Rachel Farr shooting 2.
Testing.
Farr, as I mentioned before, softball player as well at Deptford. Like to see those multi-sport athletes, Coach?
Love the multi-sport athletes. I had a few on my basketball team this year.
Farr knocks down the first, so her first point of the night, and her first varsity point as well. They're going to say that one did not hit anything, so she makes 1 out of 2, and Deptford's advantage goes to 11. GCIT had it going. They had it cut to 6, and now Deptford's been on a 5-0 run.
Quick layup, couple foul shots.
Here's Gibson. Eva Vandergrift, top of the key. Ritchie looking for help. Dewar's in the corner. Tries to drive. Her pass towards Gibson is intercepted, though. Musad on the spot to get the swipe. And here comes Eli with speed. Little chip of a screen set by Cologne. Now she'll get it running through. Eli trying to get to the baseline. They get it back to Farr in the corner. And now for Deptford, you just want to possess the ball, really, Coach, right?
Yes. No shot clock in the high school game, so they just want to kind of move the ball and make GCIT play them.
Trying to get it to Eli. Ritchie slaps it away. Then Bowman balances on 1 foot and keeps it in. Now Musad runs into Vandergrift, who stole the ball simultaneously, fell down, and then got called for the travel, so Deptford will inbound on the baseline. You're going to get King back in for Deptford. Rachel Farr did a nice job getting King a little chance to rest. And we've got a timeout on the floor. GCIT with the full timeout there for Coach Eichel. So now he's got to figure out, here's what we're going to do the rest of the way. I mean, he's certainly got to communicate a lot here at this point. Don't you think, Coach?
Yeah, it's hard because you still have a chance to win the game, but you have to play aggressive, but knowing you're in foul trouble, if you put them to the line, then you're down 20, it looks like you play worse than you did, and you're trying to build up their confidence for the next game. So it's a tough situation here. They got to try to play defense without fouling and hopefully get some turnovers.
And we've also seen Deptford up and down at the line tonight too. So yeah, every foul is going to be 2 shots, but if they're making 1 or none each trip, you still got a chance to go the other way with it.
Definitely got a chance. So we're not going to give up until the zeros on the clock. Just don't want to make silly fouls.
So a big night here at Rowan College of South Jersey, the Gloucester campus. The 2 schools' JV teams played first, so we've had basketball since 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's almost 8 o'clock here on a Friday night as these 2 teams open the season facing off against one another. And we still got a boys game yet to come, which is also going to be seen here on the Gloucester County Educational Network. We'll be glad to bring that one your way as well. But for now, it's Deptford 34, GCIT 23. Deptford with the ball. They loop it into Bowman, who snags it. Misses the first, second, no good. King with the rebound. Her shot's no good. And Deptford last touches it. Bowman tried to keep it in bounds, but could not hang on. Good work by the Deptford forwards, crashing the glass there, but they couldn't convert. Approaching a minute 30 now. And GCIT's got to hurry. They get it into Gibson, and she scores. Gibson with 5. She scored a 3 early in this game. And now GCIT with the pressure. And a 5-second violation is going to be called, I believe. Actually, Deptford called timeout. Faulkner called timeout smartly. She saw her passer was having trouble there. King couldn't get it in, so she yelled for the timeout.
That's what GCIT needs, is quick baskets. They can't use too much time. They got to try to get something quick and then guard and play defense.
It's a 9-point game here. A basket, maybe a GCIT steal and a basket makes it a 7-point game, so they're certainly still in this. You've just got to play smart, try and get the steal. If you can't do it, you got to, I guess, foul quickly.
Extend the game.
A lot of time. Yeah, extend it. So a great season opener between these 2 teams. It's been a fun one. Last time, actually, these 2 teams have played 11 times since 2010. Deptford has won the last 9, so looking to kind of keep that streak rolling. Not the last 9, they've won 9 of the last 11. They've won the last 2, as I've just confused everyone with my useless knowledge. Eli finds Bowman. Bowman to King. King on the run. Friel hustles back. Gets a piece of the shot. But Deptford with the offensive rebound and then a travel against Cologne. She was a little bit off balance when she corralled that. Maddie Eli, second team All-Tri-County Conference player last year for this Deptford team. And another travel the other way. Still a 9-point game. GCIT needs to defend. They can't get beat on that long ball. A couple times they've defended on the ball side of the player, letting the player release down the court.
Yeah, they're face guarding, but you allow that long pass if you face guard.
Friel's got Bowman. Eli passing it in, gets it to King. King met by Dewar, now dribbles away, and Eli will hold it. Coach Faulkner yelling out for an offensive play here. And Eli traveled. She thought she was going to run into somebody, and the person moved away, and she kind of stepped into the empty space. Tough break. Under a minute left to go now.
She was trying to do her delay game.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, she walked with the ball, but they were trying to do a delay game so they could run out the clock.
How many times, Coach, do you see when teams try and do that where it kind of backfires?
That's why you can't do it early.
Gibson misses the three. Ritchie is tied up with the offensive rebound. And it's going to be Deptford ball.
We tell ours just to keep playing. Just keep playing.
Right. It seems like sometimes that kind of, you try and go to that maybe stall and it kind of works against you. Dewar with the steal to Gibson. She can't get it to drop. Rebound by Bowman. Bowman pivots, holds the ball, and what do we got? Timeout again for Deptford. Faulkner calls the full timeout. Sensed that Bowman was going to have trouble getting rid of it as GCIT was circling her. But a great job by Bowman to get it, pivot, keep moving, right?
Just keep pivoting.
When you're a big man, you want to keep that, or big man or big woman in this case, you keep the ball up high, right, Coach?
Yes. When you bring it down, you become a guard. And you allow the guards to slap at it. You keep it high, now they're going to either foul you or you can see who you want to pass the ball to.
Do you find that that's like, at least in my time seeing a lot of basketball, I feel that's maybe one of the biggest mistakes bigs that younger kids make is bringing that ball down.
It's the hardest thing to teach them not to do anymore. Girls at the college level do the same thing. So it's one of the things players are instinctively want to bring the ball down, and you have to keep the ball high, especially keep your height what it is. We always talk about Joel Embiid is 7'2". He brings the ball down here, he becomes 6 foot.
Right. So
keep the ball high.
And that's your tip for the day from Rich Cooper. Coach Cooper in the house with us here at his house here at RCSJ. The women's basketball coach here. So 39 seconds left to go. Deptford trying to hold on to this lead. Tell you what, I think Coach Faulkner's going to get a good night's sleep tonight. She's been up and down, and it's been a roller coaster for her.
Same thing as my assistant. That's what she does.
King gets it in. Eli across the timeline. GCIT not fouling. And Deptford's going to be able to run this one out. Now Gibson trying to pressure. Musad with it. Back to Eli. Ritchie reaching in. Now Cologne with it. King.
Looks like Coach is happy with his team's effort.
Yep. Underneath the Bowman. Can't get the layup to drop, and then the ball swatted away. Eli tracks it down, and now Musad into the paint. No need to really shoot it. She puts it up anyway. And Deptford scores the 34-25 victory in what was an impressive effort from the Spartans. Getting down 8-0, coming back with a tremendous run in the second quarter that turned into what was a great run the rest of the way. I mean, they just held on, did what they needed to do, and pulled this one out. Coach, your final thoughts on this one?
I think both teams have a lot to be proud of. I think that GCIT can build off of this, and Deptford can definitely, after speaking to Coach this morning, can build off of this because he's got a tough week next week. So I like to see good things from both teams.
So 34-25 is the final here as the Deptford girls emerge with the victory here in the season opener for both teams. Thanks for watching here on the Gloucester County Educational Network. We'll see you next time. Be sure to catch the boys' game as well here on Gloucester County Educational Network between these two schools. We'll be bringing that one your way as well. Keep your eye on your TVs. For Rich Cooper, I'm Mike Shute, and for everybody on our GCEN crew, we want to say thanks for watching. See you next time here on the Gloucester County Educational Network. Bye-bye.